Up with KREM begins now.
Good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM. It is 6 o'clock. Happy Tuesday. I'm Nicole Hernandez.
And I'm Tim Pham. And also happy last day of school, Spokane Public Schools. I think the parents and the students might all be doing a little bit of a happy dance today.
Yes,
Come
definitely.
on, give it a few weeks.
Wait,
the parents
Thomas.
will be like, yeah.
We got to see your happy dance.
Come on, do your happy jig.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Give us a little jig.
What are the kids, do the kids still do the floss these days?
Sure.
Or is that like
Let's see it.
old school, you know, where the...
Well, hey,
I got the
Thomas.
desk in front of
there
me.
we
It doesn't
go.
work.
Okay,
It doesn't
we'll
work
get you
that
later.
well.
But Thomas, for the kiddos heading to school today, last day of school outfit, shorts and t-shirts?
Always. I mean,
Okay.
when I was in high school, I basically wore shorts and t-shirts through the winter time. But I was weird like that. Today, though, beautiful weather. It's in the 50s already this morning. Should be uphill from here, getting us into the 80s by this afternoon. Another day filled with sunshine. For the younger kids, yeah, you're going to have recess outdoors, of course. So another beautiful one today. Could be a little bit breezy, but the biggest weather story is going to be for the first summer weekend. And it's going to be colder by then. So a lot to keep in mind in our extended outlook. We'll have more on that coming up.
Here's a live look at the traffic impact this morning from I-90 and Division. Looking west right now, you could see traffic flows in downtown Spokane moving great here on this Tuesday. We're not seeing any major slowdowns or any crashes or anything on your morning commute. A great start to this Tuesday morning. We'll keep a close eye on traffic throughout the show. On Up with KREM, we bring you weather and traffic together every 30 minutes.
Breaking news this morning, in a decision made well after midnight, the Spokane City Council delayed a final vote on the mayor's homelessness plan.
Earlier in the night, the council actually voted down the plan. That vote was 3-4. After the plan failed, Councilmember Lily Navarrete introduced an amendment. It changed the amount of time before an illegal encampment could be removed from 7 days to 3 days. That amendment passed 5-2, but Councilmember Jonathan Bingle, who opposes the plan, called on city council members to include the public in the new vote, calling the entire process undemocratic.
This is an absolute travesty of governance. This is not democratic in process at all. Okay? For the lovers of democracy here, I'm trying to figure out how this is democratic. This is an absolute sham.
After about an hour of public testimony, the council agreed unanimously to delay the vote until June 30th. Continuing coverage this morning, KREM 2 News obtained new video from the deadly carjacking spree that happened over the weekend.
Take a look at this. The surveillance footage shows the man raising what looks like an AR-15 style gun, then speeding off. The man then drove into Idaho, going as fast as 140 miles an hour. He attempted more carjackings at a Stateline gas station, hit a motorcyclist, then shot and killed a Good Samaritan. He then started driving back to Spokane Valley, this time in a third stolen truck. Washington State Patrol was working on an unrelated crash on Trenton Pines and were given a heads up to block the road.
Struck a civilian car, also struck a state patrol vehicle. It appears that the suspect exited the vehicle and gunfire was reported.
The Spokane Police Department is now investigating. A spokesperson says they should have more definitive answers in the next few days. And coming up in just 10 minutes, we have an exclusive interview with the family of the Good Samaritan, the man shot and killed.
New this morning, we're learning from investigators that they're zeroing in on several areas near Cle Elum in the search for Travis Decker. The 33-year-old is charged in the deaths of his 3 young daughters. Last night, the Kittitas County Sheriff's Office issued an alert for people living in the areas of Red Bridge Road, Teanaway, Swauk, Lauderdale Junction, and Liberty. People are urged to be on the lookout and check their trail and doorbell cameras for any suspicious activity. The intense manhunt for Decker is now on its 3rd week. A $20,000 reward is being offered for information leading to his arrest.
Washington State University Track and Field is eliminating all field events effective immediately. They're also cutting back sprinting and hurdling. Now, the school did not say exactly why they're making this change, except to say it gives them the best chance to stay competitive at the national level in distance events. The changes will affect about a dozen current Cougar student athletes. The university said it will honor their scholarships if they choose to stay at WSU.
New this morning, the Spokane City Council has voted to eliminate cryptocurrency kiosks in Spokane to protect people from scams. The council says Spokane has experienced an uptick in scams related to these kiosks. They function similarly to ATMs, but instead of cash, they transfer digital currency to a user's wallet. The FBI reported in 2023 there were nearly $5.6 billion in losses because of cryptocurrency kiosks in the U.S., with more than 100 million coming from Washington state.
City Council member Lily Navarrete announced last night that she will officially join the Community Health and Human Services team. Remember, she resigned from the council just last month. The City Council is now working to fill the vacant seat by the end of July. Applications for that close this Friday, June 20th. Navarrete will move into her new role on July 17th. Idaho libraries are losing a $6.3 million grant that would have improved digital access across the state.
160 libraries would have used the grant under a program called Digital Access for All Idahoans. The money would have provided digital training and bring digital devices to those who are low income, veterans, or those who are 60 or older. For 3.5 years, Idaho libraries wrote up the plans with the goal of reaching 200,000 people.
This was going to allow us to provide devices to over 76% of Idahoans were eligible, mostly rural Idahoans. We really thought it was going to do a lot of good and would have lasted about 5 years.
The grant was awarded to Idaho from the National Telecommunications and Information Administration back in 2022. The Idaho Library Commission says the only digital training media program that will go on as of now is the Idaho Digital Skills Online program. Heads up, you might see more highway enforcement along I-90. Washington State Patrol says they are partnering with the Washington Traffic Safety Commission to measure the impacts of emphasis efforts on driving behavior in 4 different parts of the state. On your screen is a map of where you'll likely see more enforcement here in Spokane. It starts on US 2 and I-90 and goes through Spokane Valley. The information will help give law enforcement a better understanding of high-risk driving behaviors and enforcement impacts.
Summer officially starts this week, which of course means hotter temperatures on the way. Starting July 27th, a new law will give civil immunity to people who break into cars to rescue a person or pet from heat. Under this law, people breaking into cars first have to check to see if the car is unlocked. They also have to have good faith that the person or pet is actually in danger. Before breaking in, you would have to call 911 and only use the necessary force to enter the vehicle. After the person or pet is out, you then have to stay there on scene. Today is the last day of school for many students, and that of course means summer vacation is here. For many parents, summer break sparks some real fears though. They're known as summer scaries.
Summer scaries? Well, this is a feeling parents get when thinking of what to do with their kids over the summer. It's like a lot to think about and a lot to plan after a full year of, having some routine. So the new survey from the Kids Mental Health Foundation found that the top summer concerns include overdoing it on screen time, boredom or lack of structured activities, and disrupted routines or sleep schedules. Doctors say when school is out, some structure is important. Routines and schedules can support mental health even if they're not strict.
Helps us know what to expect. So have them wake up and go to bed at the same time every day. Have them eat their meals around the same time every day. And then schedule the connecting times, time with family, time with friends, schedule time for hobbies and things that brings them joy.
Finding room for fun in the summer sun and a reminder to relax for both kids and parents.
Just about 6:10 on this Tuesday morning as the kids start the summer season officially as of today. The summer solstice is this Friday, and there's going to be some big changes weather-wise to come. But as of this morning, nice and comfortable outside. I'm noticing a current temperature of 60 already in Coeur d'Alene, which is not bad for 6 o'clock in the morning. Should get to about 80 degrees this afternoon with some breezy conditions as well. But the winds aren't going to be too troublesome for today and tomorrow. Instead, the bigger weather story is how much cooler it's going to get across the northwest by this weekend. So coming up, we'll show you that temperature trend and a pretty significant drop in those temperatures in these next few days.